I'm Dr. Kongsak Tanphaichitr. Today I'm going to guide you to gain 24/7 mindfulness through a simple technique, simple practice of dynamic rhythmic meditation with the 4 foundations of mindfulness, which will lead you to self-awareness and mindfulness. So first, let us come to understand what is mindfulness meant. John Kabat-Zinn described mindfulness as paying attention to the present moment with intention while letting go of judgment. It means non-judgmental awareness in the very present moment all the time there. But when you talk about mindfulness in Buddhism, there's a combination of the two. So it's a mindfulness and self-awareness. Mindfulness is like self-recollection, self-remembrance, like you remember what you told your friends or family, that you'll be coming to this talk, want to learn about this mindfulness. And you remember the detail there, called self-remembrance, or sati. And another, as or more important part, is the sampajanya, or self-awareness. It's clear comprehension, clear knowing, full awareness, conscious awareness, or wisdom in action. So it's a wisdom in the very present moment, in what you encounter in your life or mental phenomena. They are the virtue of great benefit that keep you in a wholesome life, in a virtuous life all the time. Mindfulness basically is would seize or retrieve phenomena, like when you go to the airport to fly out of the city. They would gather you. There would be a guard that would get you to either gate A, B, or C, wherever city you want to go to. Retrieve phenomena, or like the thoughts that passing by that normally you won't catch. Your mind is not swift enough to see it, but you train your mind with mindful awareness. It retrieve and catch your thoughts, and then the self-awareness come to investigate the phenomena, just like those officer, the TSA officer would take you with scanning, X-ray, scan your belongings, your backpack, even something in your wallet, your purse, and so on. So basically, come to see what is the phenomena. Is wholesome, unwholesome, and so on. Are you a terrorist? Are you a regular good person? And so on. And you practice like this with mindfulness, self-awareness, with perseverance. I mean, you put in effort 24/7 to gain mental concentration or steady mind. With self-awareness, which wisdom in action will lead you to panya, or wisdom, insight wisdom. And mindfulness is the self-recollection. Through observation of your self-monitoring of yourself, at your body, feeling, mind, mental phenomena, the 4 foundations of life, so that we dwell in these 4 aspects of life to get rid of desiring, undesiring. My late teacher, Kemananda, even say it's self-awareness or sampajanya. It's a roadmap and treasure, because when you tread the middle path, unbiased path, with self-awareness or wisdom in action, so you stay on that middle path unbiasedly, it leads you, and it gains more mental strength. It leads you to insight wisdom and leads you to enlightenment, or the treasure at the end. So the process becomes the treasure, the goal as well. Satya Narayan Goenka is a Vipassana meditation master, passed away a few years ago. He stated sampajanya, or self-awareness, is the Buddha's enlightenment. Very important. It's the greatest discovery by the Buddha. And basically, it's a precious gift he gave to mankind. Anyone who practice this can also attain enlightenment as he did. So why we meditate? Because we always overwhelm ourselves, make us suffer our own biased thoughts all day long. With embedded with those biased thoughts, embedded with greed-headed delusion. So you meditate to catch your thought as it arises. So the Buddha stated that the mind is luminous, but tainted with transitory mental impurities, with greed-headed delusion. So it's transitory in nature of those mental impurities. You invite to home in yourself, but it never leave. So you need to gain mental strength and catch it with mindful awareness, swift enough to get rid of it, those biased thoughts, and so on. You need practice. So you practice with dynamic rhythmic meditation. Everything in life has hidden rhythm in there, like when you open and close your eyes, you breathe in and out, and so on. There's rhythm, a pattern hidden in life and nature. It helps when you observe it and you catch, embed your mindfulness at the bodily movement. You gain self-awareness in return at the same time. And you observe the rhythm, like you generate a hand movement, like you put your palms on your thighs, you're aware of it. Tilt your right palm up, you're aware. Bring it up, you're aware. Down to your tummy, you're aware. Left palm, same way. Down to your thumb. Slide your right palm up, you're aware. Bring it out, bring it down, turn it down. Same way, bring it up. Okay, turn it down. Now one cycle, keep on doing that. Practicing like this through the rest of this talk. Okay, so you can get first-hand experience. Very simple, just doing that. Embed your mindfulness at the movement, and then you gain self-awareness in return. So you do it with your eye open, okay? Keep your eye open. Look down a meter in front of you. So it's kind of like look down and partially closed, but it's not closed, okay? Open. You're aware of what's going on. Because when you close your eyes, your thoughts just sneak in right away. So this is where you're aware of what's going on in your life, physically, mentally. Keep your eye open all the time when you practice. And then also do not fixate your mind, your hand. Simply aware of the movement, okay? Don't need to know left or right hand. Don't fixate your mind, your hand. Simply know that your body is moving. Don't need to know his hand or feet are moving, because left or right, those are conceptual, suppositional. We don't need that. We want to see the true nature of things. Like you're just aware of your body moving. So by doing this, you gain insights, aware of your body externally, like you're aware of your body movement. Keep practicing like this. Please do. Internally, you know that you're in the sitting posture, not leaning left or right, but in balanced posture. And you observe the physical phenomena that arise and cease out just by lifting your arm, moving, stopping, moving, stopping. That's a change by itself, arising and ceasing. You see the impermanence nature, imperfection nature, and selflessness nature of the physical phenomena. So body is there that you can acknowledge. Be mindfully aware of the body. See body, just the body. No person, no being, no self in there. It's not yours or mine. If it is yours, you should be able to tell them, don't get sick, don't get old, don't die. Not possible. So you see it thoroughly involve craving and concepts, not clinging to your body or anything in this world, through being aware of your body at your body. So what's the benefit from that? When you're aware of your body, it awakens your body. The body that used to be ignored all the time, but now you're aware of your body, it awakens your body. Similarly, you observe your feeling, you're aware of your feeling. physically, you can feel comfort or discomfort after you move your hand for a while, or sit for a while. You get achy, fatigue, you become discomfort. Or you move a little bit, it becomes comfortable again. And then you're aware externally, and that's when you're aware physically, mentally, physically or externally. And mentally or internally, you're aware of happiness, unhappiness, or neutral feeling that arise and cease all the time. You can see whether such feeling dependent or independent of the 5 sense sphere, external sphere of sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch, which are essential desire that we thrive on, we crave with those things, for those things. Or it just arises spontaneously in your mind, without, independent of those 5 sense spheres. You become happy in yourself, your mind is luminous. You don't have, independent of those sensual desire of the external spheres. So you can see feeling arise and cease all the time. You acknowledge that and be mindfully aware of such feeling. And see feeling is but feeling. No person, no being, no self, not yours or mine. Void of craving and concepts, not clinging to your feeling or anything in this world through being aware of your feeling and your feelings. Similarly, you practice by observing the third foundation, which is your mind, and you will address that later. So when you're aware of your mind, it awakens your mind. Similar awareness to your body. Aware of your body, awaken your body. Same awareness, aware of the mind, awaken your mind. So when you're also aware of mental phenomena, at mental phenomena. So you keep practicing things like this. So the Buddha gives a description of self-awareness, of subtle movement, or sampajanyavapa. It's very powerful, so he categorizes separately by itself because it's unique that it generates self-awareness pronouncedly. Like aware when you stepping forward, backward, like when you go to the airport, use the restroom there, you have to be very careful, aware of yourself, not to step touch the toilet bowl and so on. Looking ahead or sideways, stretching, bending, like we're doing now, like dynamic rhythmic meditation. It allows you to observe the rhythm and be mindful aware through this movement. Getting dressed the same way. Eating, drinking, chewing, tasting, urinating, defecating. You become aware of yourself all the time. As well as walking, standing, sitting, laying down. So basically cover the 4 major postures included in there as well. When you walk, you're just aware of that you're walking. When you stand, aware you're standing, same way. And also when you wake up, talking or remain silent, which might be more difficult when you to remain silent sometimes. So the purpose of doing this is, why doing it? To awaken your body and mind. You're aware of your body and mind, it awakens your body and mind. Suitability, you can practice this in the right environment. So where's the right environment? Is that at home, or the temple, or the monastery? No, it's at any place that you can gain self-awareness. Like you can do it while you're sweeping, cooking, washing or bathing, or while you're driving, and so on. So in your daily life, when you move, if you're aware of the movement, you can gain self-awareness. Many monks, male and female, attain enlightenment by sweeping the temple floor. Or the potter during those times also in enlightenment. Hand-on experience with the clay, they mold into pottery and so on. And domain of meditation is body and mind, or name and form, which is mind and body. And reality is that you will come to witness the 3 universal mind of existence, the true nature of things. The thing are impermanence, imperfect, and selfless in nature. and which is unstable, unbearable, uncontrollable. So you keep practicing like this, you can observe your mind the same way. You observe your mind, you can, the third foundation, you see your mind roaming out externally, wandering mind, or stay put internally or introspectively, non-wandering mind. You can come to witness the true nature of your mind, that without greed-headed delusion, or with greed-headed delusion, your mind manically depressed, developed or undeveloped, surpassable or unsurpassable, your mind steady or unsteady, your mind liberated or not liberated. So acknowledge, mindfully aware of the mind is but mind, no person, no being, no self, not yours and mine. But mind is just roaming around, wandering mind, as if a life of its own doesn't follow your command, see. So you need to catch the mind as it sneaks around, just like a cat would catch a sneaky mouse that come out of the holes. Okay. You catch your sneaky thoughts in the similar and get rid of that sneaky biased thoughts. So while craving and concepts when you're practicing this, and not clinging to anything or your mind in this world, through being aware of your mind, at your mind. Aware of mental phenomena is the fourth foundation. You can aware of external sphere like sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, thoughts. Aware of internal sphere, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. You can see the arising and ceasing of such corresponding consciousness. Like when you see sight, it activates eye consciousness. Ear consciousness when you hear sound. Like my voice disappear now. You can hear the temporary nature of this ear consciousness. Arise and cease when you hear sounds. Nerves of consciousness with the smell. Tongue consciousness with the taste. Body consciousness with the touch. And mental consciousness with the thoughts. Temporary arising and ceasing. It's done when it finished the job. When those activations gone. The contact's gone. It's gone too. So phenomena just simply arise and cease all the time. You acknowledge, mindfully aware of such phenomena is but phenomena. No person, no being, no self in there, not yours or mine. Not worth clinging to. It's transient in nature. You cannot hold to be happy forever. Can't do that. Doesn't follow your command. So when you see the true nature of it, you just avoid craving and concepts, not clinging to anything in this world. Through being aware of your mental phenomena at all mental phenomena. You're practicing like this, you witness the true universal mark of existence, the true nature of things, that they're unstable, unbearable, and uncontrollable, or tilakkhana, impermanence, imperfection, selflessness. Lead you to insight wisdom, seeing the true nature of things as they really are. The mind gets smarter, see the burden when you cling to it. So become disenchanted, discerned, and liberated. So that's how you practice. In summary, your self-observation, self-monitoring of your body, feeling, mind, mental phenomena. It's called the fourth foundation of mindfulness. You observe with perseverance, continuous effort, 24/7. You gain mental strength, samadhi, steady mind. With self-awareness, wisdom in action, become panya, inside wisdom, and mindfulness with sati, self-recollection, self-remembrance. You get rid of the desiring, undesiring nature of the mind, of wandering mind. You can practice day and night. You can set time to do formal practice, maybe 30 minutes twice a day or once a day. But more importantly is the informal practice. You can practice 24/7, like say while you're driving, sweeping the floor, washing dishes, take a bath, doing chores, like you can gain this practice by embedding your mindfulness at the body movement, and you gain self-awareness in return. as I mentioned earlier. So mindfully aware, and you put in your effort, become perseverance. You practice 24/7 while you're awake. So when you practice, you observe things unbiasedly. Do not anticipate in what you encounter. Don't indulge in the phenomena or your thoughts or biased thought, and don't intervene. Simply observe and let it pass. And you set your mind with joy and bliss, because joy would lead to bliss and calming of your body and mind as a result, allowing happiness to arise, which is conducive for steady mind to occur. So by setting your mind with joy, it automatically, spontaneously leads you to steady mind in return, which allow the mind to gain strength, you gain insight, wisdom. So you get both concentrated mind and insight or vipassana, samatha and vipassana, tranquility and insight combination to allow your mind to gain inner vision, inner wisdom, insight, wisdom, and breakthrough. So when you gain insight, you can see, witness the true nature of things. That things keep changing all the time, including your body and mind. Physically, you can observe easily to recognize, though it might take time. Like you can see, you become infant, become toddler, young age, teenager, middle age, old age, and die. Each chapter of your life, it might take a while to pass from one step to another, from one chapter to the next, but you observe carefully, you can see, think carefully, you can see the changing nature ongoing all the time. It's obscured by continuity. You don't see your nephew or niece of your friend for a few years. You can see, oh, they grow up a lot. And thanks to impermanence, we can grow, otherwise you'll be infant forever. Unfortunately, you also age. So continuity obscures that. Imperfection, you cannot hold to a certain stage that you're so happy all the time either. You're constantly moving around, constantly rolling on, unbearable. Imperfection is obscured by movement. Okay, so the movement kind of like when you sit for a while, you get sore, you just get up and walk and so on. And then selflessness is basically uncontrollable, obscured by bundling. When you lose the bundling, basically you can witness there's no true permanent self. And you can see self is but self-image hologram that you generate, your mind generate to interact with the environment by conserve oneself as a self-phenomenon, which is but self-image, not truly theirs. It's there but not truly theirs. So when it disintegrates, you can witness that it's not long-lasting. It returns to earth. So when you practice meditation, you also gain, the mind can run into the higher speed, like up to 80 or 90 or 100 hertz or cycle per second. You gain insight there. So it would catch a thought which run at beta wave at 12 to 38. That's when in daily life you function the beta wave in the thoughts, or you dream when you sleep at 12 to 38 hertz. When you relax, like you practice tranquility meditation, you start down to 8 to 11.5. So you're under the thought. You thought that you're so peaceful because you're not thinking, but you're under the thought. But when you practice insight, you might run so fast, 80 to 90, it catches your thoughts all the time. Don't allow sneaky thought to go and you enslave you. Or theta, which is more relaxed, like you become drowsy. And then 0.5 to 3.5 is when you sleep, dreaming. And 0.5 hertz is basically non-dreaming. deep sleep. And then people will practice deep tranquility meditations, and they are down to 0.25 and 0.4, or subdelta or epsilon. Now, a few people, very rare, can get into lambda and hyper gamma, which is 100, 200 hertz. So these people with gamma or above would catch the beta wave of the thoughts all the time, just like the police can chase the thieves, which is like your thieves, the sneaky thought down, and get rid of the thoughts, the biased thoughts. So, and also they found, like, people who practice mindfulness meditation, they put anyone, even experienced meditator, through functional MRI scan. They found people got the mind kind of slip away, wandering mind all the time too. Not all the time, but less in meditator. But anyone would have wandering mind, even experienced meditator. They found when they have wandering mind, the minds are precunious, which is dealing with a gut feeling or internal monitoring of yourself or the self concept there. And posterior cingulate gyrus in those two areas, and it's more pronounced there. But when they are aware that their mind was wandering, they push a button, and then they see the change in the functional MRI scan. That the brain shift the function to the insular and the prefrontal cortex, insular and the anterior cingulate gyrus. Yeah, there's a pronounced difference there when you're aware of oneself. So instead of wandering mind, become more attentive there with self-awareness. Also, a long-term meditator with insight meditation, they see the thickness of the brain was grow more brain. In the insular area and the prefrontal cortex, an area, broca area of 9, 10, as you see in the blue dots, comparing the control of yellow dots. This area deal with increased cognitive awareness and self-awareness, cognitive function, very important. The Buddha described his 4 foundations of mindfulness as having great benefit because it was supreme path that will purify all beings, let one transcend grief, sorrow, lamentation, overcome suffering and unhappiness, and understand essential Dharma, which is the middle path, unbiased path, will allow you to realize Nirvana, the unconditioned ultimate peace and happiness. So in summary, you practice 24/7 mindfulness meditation along the 4 foundations of mindfulness. Be mindfully aware of oneself with continuous effort, perseverance, with self-awareness and mindfulness. At your body, feeling, mind, mental phenomena to get rid of desiring, undesiring nature of your mind. And you come to witness the 3 universal marks of existence, the true nature of things that are unstable, unbearable, uncontrollable. Impermanence, imperfection, selflessness. Lead you to insight wisdom. You see the true nature of things. You see the burden when you cling to things as self, which is the first noble truth. When you cling to form, feeling, perception, thought formation, consciousness as yours. That's when each one of them is not even yours. It's selfless in nature. You cling as self, you become burdened to yourself. So when your mind gets smarter, when you see the truth, become disenchanted in the burden you used to cling to. Like this guy was holding a self phenomena. Become discerned or detached and liberate spontaneously. It's not worth clinging to. So it's through this simple practice of mindful awareness, embed your mindfulness at the body movement, you gain self-awareness, which will blossom into insight wisdom when you continuously practice. You can practice all day long, 24/7, and will reap the most benefit and even attain enlightenment at the final stage. Okay, thank you for your attention.